In this video, I'm going to be showing you guys the best aerial threat build possible in FIFA 23 Pro Clubs. This build is built for winning and scoring headers off of crosses, corners, set pieces, you name it. This build will win the ball in the air majority of the time over any other build. It's max height, it's got max physicals, the high aggression helps a lot. My teammate was using this build almost all the time, and I was just being the one crossing it to him, and I can just see how deadly this build is in the air, and you can just notice the high aggression on the build. So before we get started, take a look at some of the clips that he got while using this build. Beautiful. Haha. Yep.
Got it.
There you go. Oh, you just donked on him. Oh, what a header! Dude, you went everything.
You just headed through him.
Bang.
Beauty.
It went by. What a header! Was that a chip? Like a chip. Oh my gosh, you're running through. Holy crap, that's insane. Just ran through him. Ooh, bodied. Oh! Wow, what a finish. I like it. Bodied. Oh my. What a pass.
Nice ball.
Like walk on like middle or something. That's insane. The leap, dude. You're so high up. My teammate was bagging a bunch of hat tricks with this build. And this build will be best in a formation that has wingers or outside mids that are able to whip the ball into you, so you can take advantage of the high physicals and the max height, because the main sole purpose of this build is just latching on to crosses, getting volleys, headers, all that kind of stuff. So if you have wingers and outside mids, it'll be best. If you are just playing like a narrow formation, I wouldn't really recommend using this build, especially if your team's not going to cross the ball a lot. You'd be better off using a build that's more well-rounded in other categories. So looking at the position, height, and weight, we're going to be listed as a center forward. You could go striker, but the reason I went center forward is just you have better physicals. There's not going to be a huge difference. So if you want to switch it to striker and try it out, I bet you it could be just as good. I believe the aggression is around the same, if not the exact same. And then strikers will be a little bit faster. So that's like the main upside. I just went center forward because it gives you the most physicals possible, and I'm trying to make this the best aerial threat build possible. And the height, you're going to go 6'7", just to be tall as possible to win those headers. And then the weight, you're going to be anywhere in between 174 or 152. Go 152 if you want more of a lean body type, and 174 if you want to be a little bit more stocky and built. Preferred foot, right-footed, but that is up to you guys. Let's take a look at the perks. These perks are all pretty essential to this build. So the first one I went for is physical strength, and this one's obvious. It'll boost your strength and jumping more. And for this build, it'll max it out easily to 99 in both of those categories. And then it'll also give us some upgrades in ball control. The second perk is first time shot, and the main reason I went for this one is because it'll give you the power header trait, and that'll just add more power onto your headers and make it more difficult for the keepers to save them. It'll also increase your weak foot ability. This build has a 4-star weak foot, so every time you have a first time shot with your weak foot on this build, it'll upgrade it to 5 stars. This perk increases your finishing and heading ability during first time shots or headers. And I think this build has about 96 heading accuracy. So with first time shot, you'll easily have 99 heading accuracy. I was thinking about going for the poacher perk instead, because on the Google Doc floating around where it describes and tells you each of the exact upgrades that all the perks give you, it says that the poacher perk gives you the power header trait, which I wouldn't think it would because it doesn't say anything about traits, kind of like how first time shot tells you it gives you the finesse, power header, flare, outside foot. Poacher doesn't mention that at all, but according to the Google Doc, it actually gives you power header trait. So that would be a good substitute if that's true, but I'm not 100% sure on that. So that's why I just went for first time shot to be safe. The third perk is active first touch, and this one is good because this build is not the paciest. We're 6'7", we're a center forward, just do not have a ton of pace. We are lengthy, which is nice if you're on the new gen version of the game, but active first touch will boost your pace in certain situations, and I think it actually kicks in when you're running onto a cross. Like say your teammates are crossing it and you're trying to sprint to that cross and latch onto it before a defender does, it'll actually boost your acceleration and sprint speed in that situation, which can be very good for scoring more headers or just more goals off of crosses. The majority of the skill points are going to be allocated to this physical page. We have everything here. It is completely maxed out at 91 jumping, 91 stamina, 96 strength, 99 reactions, and 91 aggression. And with the physical strength perk on this build, we'll have 99 jumping and 96 strength. And don't forget to get all the second sections for the reactions upgrades. There's 4 different ones. The 99 reactions will be helpful for just reacting to loose balls, kind of like a poacher in the box. Just getting ready to tap it in. If it's bouncing around, you'll be the first one to react to it with the 99 reactions. And it'll also help for other stuff. I believe reactions even help for like dribbling animations, performing smoother and quicker dribbling animations too. The dribbling attributes are actually pretty solid for being a 6-7 build. We have 81 agility, and I believe on the physical page we had 96 strength. And in order to have the lengthy accelerate run style on this build, you need 14 or more strength than agility. So 96 minus 81 is 15. So this build is lengthy. And then 81 agility on a 6-7 build is solid also. So what you're going to do is just get everything here, go down to the Maestro archetype, except for this attack positioning and dribbling, and this bottom right dribbling right here. Those are the only 2 things you're going to leave off on the left side. And then on the right side, I decided not to go for 5-star skills. Maybe if I was actually using this build, I would want to try 5-star skills, but you probably shouldn't be dribbling too much with this build anyways. Just holding the ball up like a target man, playing it back out wide to your wingers, outside mids, or back to your attacking mid, center mid, and then make a run in the box or something like that is probably the best way to use this build. But honestly, the dribbling really isn't too bad. So on the right, you're just going to go straight down to the Lynx archetype. Don't forget to get the second section for the +2 balance. And then you'll just get this +3 ball control in order to have 86 ball control on the build. And there's definitely a way if you want to take some skill points around, like maybe take off this ball control, and then you probably would have to lower the agility if you want the 5-star skills. That's what you'd kind of have to do. And then you would have 1 skill point you can probably just put on finishing on the shooting page. So if you want 5-star skills, you can do that. But my teammate was just rocking the 4-star skills the entire time. I don't have any skill points on passing, but luckily, compared to a striker, a center forward actually has better base passing attributes. We have 83 vision to start out. That is actually really good. 78 crossing, 77 long pass, 75 short pass, and 74 curve are all about average. You would think there's going to be a lot more skill points on this page than there actually is, but since we had to max out the physicals, we even maxed out the pace, and then there's a lot of skill points on dribbling. We couldn't put a whole lot on shooting, but that's really not too big of a deal because we have the first time shot perk on top of this build. And then all I was really focusing on here was maxing out the heading, because that's the main point of this build, is just going for header goals. So we have 96 heading on the build. That's the highest you can get. So starting on this right side, what you're going to do is get the first 3 heading icons, and then you're going to get this second part right here, +4 heading and +4 volleys for 4 skill points. And then we'll get the weak foot upgrade and the finisher archetype. And then on the left, we're just going to get these 2 shot power icons, +5 shot power for 3 skill points. Only 87 shot power, nothing crazy, but it's really not too bad. You can definitely score some goals. And then with the first time shot being activated, you'll have more shot power on those shots. The volleys will be upgraded, even though the 90 volleys is already solid. The heading accuracy will go to 99. The finishing will be increased, so you don't have to worry. The shooting attributes here are still solid, and then with the first time shot perk on top of that, it's going to make it even better. And my teammate had no problem finishing chances with this build. He was absolutely clinical. For pace, I decided to just max it out. Since this build is 6'7" and a center forward, you're already going to be kind of slow. So just maxing out the pace will kind of make up for that a little bit. We have 81 acceleration and 87 sprint speed. And as I said, this build is lengthy. So if you're on the new gen version of FIFA, this build will feel faster than what the pace actually says, because you have the lengthy accelerate run style, and the active first touch perk will be kicking in a lot. So the pace is a bit quicker than what you see here. So that's going to wrap up this video for the best aerial threat build possible in FIFA 23 Pro Clubs. Give it a try and let me know what you think of it in the comments. Hit that like button on this video for me, and then hit that subscribe button on my channel if you haven't already. As always, y'all have a great rest of y'all's day, and peace out.